of the board include hearing appeals to vary the zoning requirements to provide relief for the conditions of a property, prevent development consistent with the intent or purposes of the applicable zoning regulations, and to render decisions on appeals from an action of the Director of the Division of Planning and Zoning when it has been alleged that a permit has been incorrectly issued or denied. The board members here are citizen volunteers who are appointed by the county executive with county council approval. County staff members are also present to assist with these proceedings and advise the board. At this time, we ask everybody to please mute your cell phone and other electronic devices. During this meeting, each case will begin with a presentation by the applicant, which is typically limited to 5 minutes. County staff will then have an opportunity to provide relevant information for the board to consider. Any written communications from the public will be entered into the record. The board will then take public testimony relevant to whether or not granting of the requested variance would be appropriate. All persons planning to speak at tonight's meeting must first complete a speaker's card and hand it to the recording secretary. Blank cards are located on the podium. Each speaker approaching the podium should submit their card, state their name, and be sworn in. Testimony is typically limited to 5 minutes per speaker. So once testimony is concluded, I will close the public hearing and no further input from the audience will be taken. A board member will move to approve the application so that discussion and a vote may take place. As required by county ordinance, at least 4 of the 5 board members must vote in the affirmative for a variance request to be approved. So tonight that'll have to be a unanimous vote. If the variance request is approved, the applicant may proceed after the proper permits have been issued. Any decision of the Board of Zoning Adjustments may be appealed to the County Council within 14 working days after notification of the Board of Zoning Adjustments decision has been mailed. The Unified Development Ordinance and zoning maps for St. Charles County are hereby entered into the record. I hereby open the public hearing on this case. Secretary, would you please read our first variance request?
Variance number VAR 25-02, variance request for 235 Enon Branch Court, application VAR 25-02, property owner Kyle and Cassandra Gardner, applicant Kyle Gardner. Variance requested, a request to vary 405.090.E.4.A of the ordinances of St. Charles County to vary the side yard setback for accessory structures from 25 feet to 10 feet. Property zoning is rural residential district with floodway fringe overlay district. Parcel area 7.06 acres, also known as Lot 11 of Enon Farm Subdivision. Location 235 Enon Branch Court, approximately half a mile north of the intersection of Enon Branch Court and Highway P near the city of Flint Hill. County Council District 1, parcel account number T180200043.
Thank you. Is the property owner, our applicant or representative here to speak on this appeal?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please step up to the podium if you would. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under the pains and penalties of perjury?
I do.
I'm having trouble talking tonight. Okay, please state your name and address.
Kyle Gardner, 235 Enon Branch Court, Wentzville, Missouri.
Cool. Okay, thank you. Please proceed.
Okay, we are looking to, as you mentioned, ask for a variance to change the side yard setback from 25 feet to 10 feet. The reason being is the yes, we have a 7-acre lot, but unfortunately, we have a 7-acre lot that is not that great. I would say less than 2 acres of it are buildable. In order to meet the 25 feet side yard setback, the house comes into play, the septic field comes into play, and then the topography of just a complete drop-off down a cliff. In order to push it back, it makes it almost impossible to build it. We contacted the neighbors at 240 Enon Branch about possibly buying a section of land from them or swapping, and we were quickly denied of that, which I understand. No one wants to swap not great land for more not great land, so.
Well, these pieces, if you flatten it out, you have 14 acres.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, so that's the short of it. I think 10 feet we could squeeze in what we're trying to do, but 25 feet, it makes it almost, I mean, it's kind of unreasonable to even try and consider building a shed with the slope that's there and just how close you are to the house. So outside of that, I mean, it's kind of.
Okay.
What size shed do you plan to build, sir?
A 50 by 50 with a 10-foot lean-to is what we're shooting for.
And you're going to put it close to the end of the driveway, 10 feet off the property line is what you're proposing, correct?
Correct.
Is there, this aerial photo shows that you got wood stacked or something down there in the...
So that's an old photo of where right off the driveway, that was just where logs were from where we cleared the lot before we built the house 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it's basically the spot that we have kind of laid out for it, it fits and it's somewhat reasonable with the drop off. You know, you have to put a foundation wall in, but to go, you know, farther down the hill, it just gets I mean, it's a cliff.
Which side of your proposed shed are you going to put your lean-to?
The house side.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Would staff like to provide any additional information? Joe?
Sure. I have a PowerPoint presentation if they can pull that up on the back.
I like Joe's.
So a lot of this stuff we already covered, the property information, when we read the bill or the case into the record. This is the pre-development plan that the applicant provided us. Shows the general location of the building, and you can see 10 foot off the side property line and 192 feet from the front property line.
While we're on this page, this picture, is he out of the easement for utilities or not? I mean, that dotted line says, what does it say? It's not stated.
Yeah, I don't think that this is to scale. Usually they're 5 foot on either side, 10 foot total.
So his proposed location should be fine?
It should be fine, yeah.
Okay.
The interesting thing apart of this request is rural residential actually falls under the single family residential district, which is a little odd in the sense of what you think of rural residential. So residential zoning districts with parcels less than 3 acres, it's a 7-foot side yard accessory structure setback. Once it gets to 3 acres, it's 25 feet. Presumably in the rural areas, you want to kind of keep that rural character. But in this instance, which we'll talk about a little bit more, you can kind of understand why it's not realistic here. So you can see that's from the plat for Enon Farm. I did a little bit of math, and those are the percentages of each lot that has floodplain on it. So as you can see, lot 11, the subject parcel, 70.7% of the parcel is floodplain or vegetative buffer. And, you know, there's some other parcels that have considerable amount, but nothing within 15% of what lot 11 has. The vegetative buffer on the west side flows directly into the McCoy Creek, which in this area, I think Enon Branch and McCoy Creek meet and kind of, they're the main source of flooding in the event of a flood. looking at this, you say, okay, well, that just looks like a standard lot off the end of a cul-de-sac, but once you consider the topography and the septic system, one of the reasons why he couldn't place any building in the rear yard is because that's where the septic system is in the drain field, and they have their own setbacks that you have to meet. So here's a view of the topography. I wouldn't necessarily say that the lot, there's really a gentle slope here. I think even the front part drops pretty quick, but you can see how severe that drop off is once you get about, I think it's about 85 or 200 some feet from the front property line. That area in red, it's the flood fringe, so theoretically he can bring in fill and build it up there, but with 3-to-1 slope and all the requirements for fill, it'd be a lot of fill, and then from a floodplain management standpoint, we shouldn't really encourage people to build in the floodplain unless they absolutely have to. So here's just the variance criteria. Like I said, it looks like a traditional lot, but once you factor in the floodplain, the vegetative buffers, and the topography, there is some unique physical constraints that are specific to this property alone. The second one is this is not needed as a result of an affirmative act by the property owner. There's been no action taken. He hasn't built anything as far as no site disturbance, no building permit has been applied for. At the time, we didn't know if he reached out to the neighboring property owner. He said that he did.
Yeah.
And they declined. So that's it's not always feasible to obtain land. So we recommend a finding that he meets the second criteria. Third criteria would this be a special benefit to the property owner? Kind of like I said, when you look at the lot, it looks maybe normal, but once you consider in all the context of the situation, we wouldn't be granting a special benefit. This is really only the only buildable area that he has to construct a shed. And he's not asking to build a shed that exceeds the maximum of what's allowed by the ordinance. He's actually a few thousand square feet, I believe, under the required limit. And then 4, is there practical difficulties? Yeah, there's practical difficulties with everything that we stated. So staff finds that the applicant meets all 4 criteria for needing a variance, and we recommend that the board approves this condition along with the following conditions listed there and listed in the packet.
Okay, thank you. Any board member have any more questions? Has the county received any written communications?
No.
Okay. All right, let's see. Who wants to make a motion?
I'll make the motion.
I will say, technically, it's kind of silly, but you do have to open up the public hearing if anyone wants to speak.
Open it. Oh, yeah. I thought I opened it when I invited.
Or you have to invite anyone from the public to speak.
Okay. That's why you're here.
Thanks,
Is
Jared.
there anyone else hiding back there that wants to speak? I will now close the public hearing.
There we go.
I think we got to wait 30 minutes to see if anybody shows up.
That's only Johnny.
He's got to stay an extra 30 minutes to see if anybody shows
Okay,
up.
if you got a motion you want to make, John?
Yeah, I'll make a motion we approve
With any conditions or not?
with the conditions as stated by the county planner.
All 3 conditions?
Yes.
Okay,
I'll second it.
all right. Kevin?
I vote yes.
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 I'm not supposed to vote, but I have to because there's only 4 of us. So we've unanimously approved.
Thank you.
Thank you. And sorry to have had to make you wait sometimes.
Yeah. I came clear from Flint Hill too.
Yeah.
From Flint Hill?
I told
Yeah.
him, I said,
Yeah. I live a mile from Flint Hill.
I said he
Do
won't
you?
be here in 20
Yeah.
minutes.
Because you used to live way out, like Schloosburg, Defiance.
Yeah, I left.
that's where-
Yeah, I used to live on Swordsburg Road.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
where I thought
I
you
said,
still were.
'cause-
No. We moved up there in 16.
Gotcha.
Oh. All right, so you can proceed. Okay, let's see, so I don't forget anything here. We got that all done.
I think we just got the approval of the May meeting.
Previous
minutes.
meeting.
Motion motion to approve the May 1st, 2025 minutes.
Second.
All approve?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. I've already signed them. All right.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We'll walk out. There you go.
Bang the gavel.
Thank you, Kyle.